Alright, so what I got here is a engine harness off of a 2002 Tahoe 53 LS. So what we're going to be doing is building this into a standalone because Canton is doing a LS swap in his 92 Chevy. So we got to build him a harness for it. It is drive-by-wire, so it's got the TAC module connector right there. He's running his 700R4 in it for now. So we can go ahead and delete all the transmission wiring out of this harness. We're going to be taking out the O2 sensors, EVAP, anything that he doesn't need for the engine to run standalone. So I'm not going to go in depth on how to do this. There's videos out there for it. I'm using a little cheat sheet here from lt1swap.com. It tells you all the pinouts that you need to keep and what you don't need to keep inside your connectors for your PCM. So basically, we're just going to go ahead and tear into it. There's probably just be a time lapse of me doing the entire harness. So anywho, let's get into it. Alright, so it's been a while, but we're going to start back on finishing the wiring harness up for this LS swap. So I've already got everything depinned mostly, and now I just need to take all the other wires that I don't need out of the harness that way. I might end up having to take some more pins out because we're not using the transmission harness out of this anymore. And I only pulled out pins that I didn't need, and I didn't take the fact that we're not using the transmission no more. So I gotta pull those wires out maybe. But yeah, I'm just gonna put y'all on a time lapse. So. Alright, so I got everything stripped out, cleaned up, and everything that I don't need. And I got it all pretty much. It's a lot. This is most of the stuff I took out. This is basically all transmission stuff. I've already pulled out all the other wires I didn't need from the first time. So the only thing left now is this group of wires. So basically power wires and you know, fan communication wires basically. So now we are going to isolate the communication wires and the power wires, and I'm gonna put the fuse block in. These are all my grounds I got ran. So yeah, all that's cleaned up. Now we're gonna put the fuse block in, and then it'll be ready to mount on the engine. And then tomorrow we're going to hook it all up and test fire the engine on the ground before we put it in the truck. Alright, so I done got pretty much everything done. I got all the wires that I needed to splice back in, like this crankshaft sensor, or crankshaft positioning sensor plug. I got it soldered in. The coil packs plugs, both of them were missing. I had to solder both of those back in. There was a ground wire that was cut inside the harness I found. I got all my wires extended for the fuse block, you know, injectors, coil packs, power wire for the tack. What else? Power wire for the mass sensor. All that's extended to right here for the fuse block. All the like VSS, OB2 port, PCM battery positives are all right here, because the PCM, and the OBD2 port I gotta wire in right here too. And the fuse block that we're gonna be putting in, it's all gonna be right here with the computer, because it's all going into a underhood storage box. So we're just gonna keep everything together right here. So it's all ran to right here, and it's gonna get all wired in the fuse block, OBD2 port, and whatnot. So I've got plenty of video already of time lapse of me doing this harness that I'm probably not even going to use, so I'm not even going to bother time lapsing me doing the fuse block and OB2 port and whatnot and finishing the harness. So I'll just show y'all it when I'm completely finished with it and whatnot, and then we'll hook it up onto the engine and test fire it. So all right, I am pretty much done with this harness now. I've got the fuse block's wired in, OBD2 port wired in. It's all only 5 wires now. We got battery hot, ignition hot, ground, fuel pump, and then starter. And then I had to splice in the coil pack, both coil pack plugs. I had to put in a new crankshaft positioning sensor plug, and there was a ground wire I had to solder back together. Other than that, we got rid of all the O2 sensors, all the transmission harness wiring, and what else? EVAP. We got rid of all the EVAP. So it's pretty much a small harness now. That's just all the transmission stuff, and the OBD2 sensor plugs, all the EVAP and whatever else we didn't need. I did that about a month ago, so all that wiring is not here. But we got rid of a lot of wiring. It's all cleaned up now. So the only thing left to do is hook it up on the engine and test fire the engine to make sure the engine's still good, because we got it from the junkyard, so we have no idea if the engine's any good. So now the harness is done. I actually got one more thing to do. The engine coolant temp sensor plug is missing, so I gotta get one of those and solder that in. But other than that, it's done. I do have to get wire loom for it, new wire loom on it. But other than that, we're ready to get it on the engine and test fire it. And once the engine's good, then we'll get the truck pulled in, get the old motor pulled out, and get the new one put in.